When you examine a learner's experience in a traditional high school, there isn't a lot of choice. Their path is chosen for them. The day is based on periods in which a learner spends a specific amount of time learning discrete material in a particular subject. We have created core subjects and classes that are required, regardless of student interest or applicability to the outside world. And each silo has its own assessment. They could be Regents exams, finals, midterms. Content and assessment go hand in hand, which leads to teaching to the test. The tests determine course credit, which ultimately leads to graduation. Assessment drives education. Communities are obsessed with ranking and sorting schools, so leaders often forsake the needs of learners to produce laudable test scores. So where does that leave the learner? How can we put the learner at the center? Putting the learner at the center requires a different look at how learners interact with curriculum and assessment. In doing so, the structure of high school changes. Instead of separate silos, the learner experience radically changes by finding new synergy at the intersections of assessment, curriculum, and agency. When content intersects student agency, the emphasis becomes transfer, or the learner's ability to apply what they have learned to a new situation, beyond the context of what is learned. We shift to an emphasis of know-how, not just knowledge. We get an integrated curriculum that itself is built on the intersections of multiple academic disciplines. We focus on project-based learning, student choice and voice, and a transfer of skills. We allow for asynchronous learning that embraces competency-based learning and allows learners to own their time, space, and passions. And when content collides with assessment, we shift away from assessment for a grade and toward assessment as a tool for learning. To ameliorate learner angst and stress over grades, we shift to badges as the primary means of assessment. Badges are organized in learning pathways that clearly delineate what a learner needs to know. It's assessment that aids students on their journey, rather than judging them when they're finished. This shift emphasizes student work and portfolios. It also showcases all of the attributes we want learners to possess when they pursue life after high school. And when assessment and student agency intersect, we shift the ownership of learning to the learner. We create self-directed learners. Instead of passive vessels, we will inspire and teach learners to be advocates for themselves. We create an opportunity for students to control their time, space, and interests, to pursue passion projects, learn from mentors, and have the personal autonomy to foster independent thinking and responsibility. When education is viewed with these intersections, we can see the future. It's still high school, but in a new, more collaborative environment, a new vision, with a focus on collaboration, intersection, and synergy.